What's up, everybody? This is Roberto Lorenzo Ferguson, and I'm here and happy and delighted and excited. So let's get into this because today is one of those days where I'm feeling pretty good, and there's some information that I want to share with you because I know it's information that you would want to know because you are looking to improve your health, better your health, put yourself in a position where you can win, if you know what I'm saying. And the goal is to win this thing called life, in the words of Prince. And so I'm going to share with you exactly that. 3 ingredients that may be in some of the supplements you are using right now. So if you have your supplements nearby, your multi-level vitamin, maybe your protein powder, maybe some other vitamin that you're using, I would grab them. And if you can't listen in live at this moment, or you're not in a situation where you can hear the whole thing without being interrupted, then copy it, paste it, text it to yourself so that you can listen when you have that quiet time, if you know what I'm saying. And for those of you who are catching me live, I want to say hello. I am your nutritionist. I'm a guy who shares because I care, and I've been doing it for a long time. Now, if you want to learn more about anything that I may mention, you can go to our website and contact me there at dietfreelife.com. You can schedule a free consultation. And we have a newsletter. So sign up for our newsletter. You can subscribe. It's free. You can remove yourself at any time. Okay. This is what I want to talk about. I'm not going to keep you long. I have 3 videos to help me share what I want to share. But I want you to think of like one, look at the title. I titled this 3 supplement ingredients that may be harming your health. And I'm very serious about that. Now, if you read my description, I say that the importance of being aware of the ingredients in your supplements cannot be overstated. Think of all the people who are taking supplements with the goal of being healthier. They believe they're being healthier. And whatever supplements they're taking is because maybe someone influenced them, or maybe they heard someone else was taking it, or maybe they watched a commercial and this red, they were at CVS or Walgreens. It's like, let me get some of that. Well, it is a critical step in safeguarding your health to be aware. So you want to ensure the effectiveness of the supplements. You want to make informed and ethical choices. Unfortunately, if you're not in the space that I'm in, it's kind of tough to figure that out because the people who you're talking to, they're recommending certain supplements, well, they may come across with a lot of confidence and they may come across like, yeah, this is the real deal, but maybe it's not. And there's everything I'm going to share with you today. You can go and look it up yourself and see for yourself. So I am a big believer that people, when they're informed, and what I encourage my clients to do and those in the Diet Free Life family is to make time to read labels, do your research, and choose products from reputable brands. Don't assume that it's still good, but it does help to find certain brands that are known for making sure they deliver and make available quality. And I would say that in the work that I've done over the years, that's why I continue to do it. And the reason why I'm able to be very successful is because I consider myself quality, and what I'm providing people is quality. It's framed around nutrition education. I'm a big believer and have been a huge proponent that education is king. That creates independence, and it doesn't cause people to be codependent. And when you're on most diets, you're codependent because when the diet is over, it's over and you go back to your old ways, whatever that may be. When you create independence, that means a person is informed, they're educated, they're knowledgeable, they're aware. They know exactly how to make what we call fat burning meals with whatever foods they have in the house. And here we go. As I'm getting ready to dive into this, think about this. I want you to think about this. I have shared certain ingredients in certain supplements that aren't good for people. I have provided a ton of data to support why it's not good. And I've watched people who work with network marketing companies, multi-level marketing companies, continue to sell products that have these ingredients in them that are not good. They are compromised when this happens, meaning they value the money, the dollar, over everything else. So even though they may be informed and know that certain ingredients are not good, because they make money, they will continue to charge and make that money. They will continue to sell. Okay. So let's talk about this first ingredient, one of three. It's called carrageenan. I actually had to call one. I had a mental block today. I called one of my clients and coaches, Sandy Silver. And Sandy, she knew exactly what I was thinking of and helped me out. I was sitting here with my daughter showing her how to read labels. And carrageenan is one of those ingredients that we avoid if all possible. Now, there's a gentleman by the name of Dr. Sean Baker. In less than 35 seconds, he brings clarity to why you would want to be aware of carrageenan. You definitely want to keep an eye out for it. And if your protein powder or some ingredient or food you're consuming has it, and if you start to have signs where your stomach's bothering you a little bit, you're feeling inflamed, a little bloated, it may be the carrageenan. It may be the carrageenan. So let's take a look at what Dr. Baker has to say about it.
We're trying to improve your health, and you remove some of the big problematic foods, sugars, grains, some of the industrial seed oils, and you're still not doing well. Could there be something else in the diet that might be potentially causing problems? Well, you might want to look at carrageenan. Now, many of you guys looked at the back of some dairy products and seen that in there, and it's commonly found in there. So carrageenan is an emulsifier. It's commonly found in things like deli meats, yogurts, heavy whipping cream, hot chocolate, ice cream, breads, and bacon. It's used to congeal foods to make them thicker. Unfortunately, studies have shown that it can actually damage the lining of your gut. So be sure you're checking for labels and try to avoid this carrageenan product when possible.
That's carrageenan. That's carrageenan. So look at your products, whatever you have at home. And if you see carrageenan, my recommendation is don't use that product anymore. And if you're working with a network marketing company and carrageenan is one of the ingredients in one of the products, my recommendation would be bring it to the attention of the company. And you can go on Google. There's quite a few articles you'll come across, as well as some research papers that will, substantiate what Dr. Baker just said, and why I have a problem with this ingredient. So it's in a lot of things. I mean, I like cottage cheese, and most of the time I find it in cottage cheese, but then there's brands that don't have it. So there's ways around it. So that's number one. Number two, this is an ingredient I've talked about in the past, and it's a synthetic form. So whenever you have synthetic vitamins, then I say stay away from them as much as possible. So this lady, her name is Dr. Melissa Gallagher. She is going to talk about, or kind of double down on what I'm saying about DL. So D as in dog, L as in Larry. Okay, DL dash, and you'll see alpha tocopherol. This is a vitamin E. So if you have a multivitamin, or if you're taking a vitamin E, if it's using a synthetic form of vitamin E, which is DL alpha tocopherol, I would just walk over to the garbage and get rid of it. If you see D by itself, alpha tocopherol, or you see like alpha tocopherols, it could be a mixture, but 100% if you see DL dash alpha tocopherol, then you just wasted your money, in my opinion. Okay, so let's hear what Dr. Melissa Gallagher has to say about it.
You taking this one fat-soluble vitamin that literally has been linked to causing breast cancer, liver cancer, colon cancer, and even prostate cancer. I'm Dr. Melissa Gallagher. To all of you new viewers, welcome. I'm a naturopathic physician, and my focus is addressing the root cause of illness and disease. Today, I want to share with you a vitamin that most of us have had in our vitamins, in our assorted supplement blends. Maybe we've taken it individually. And the synthetic version of this vitamin has been linked to causing cancer. What's crazier and even more mind-blowing is that we know this research, and yet that supplement still is on the shelves and being sold in products you might be taking.
Now, did you guys hear what she just said? Linked to cancer. There was a woman selling a product when I was talking about DL alpha tocopherol, and she found out that it was in one of the products she was selling as a multi-level marketer. And I sent her 15 of the articles, right? The citations that supported and demonstrated the link to various health conditions. And guess what? She's still selling that product. I see her on Facebook, and I'm surprised I haven't unfriended her, which I will, because she is fully aware, but yet she's making money. So if you're not informed, who's going to be informed for you? You have to become your own health advocate. And you want to teach your kids, you want to teach your friends. It's so when I get excited about the omega oil that I am endorsing and the testing that goes with that, I'm excited because I know how much crap is out there. And when you have a solid product that can help people, and it is helping people, I can't be blind to that because I know how much crap is out there. So, but if people aren't informed, then they can't really see the value that I'm seeing because they don't know any better. But a synthetic version of, vitamin E is something that you want to avoid, you guys. There's natural versions. So the DL, David Larry, the DL-alpha tocopherol, you'll see it on the product. It'll be there. It'll be in the ingredients, or it'll be under the panel where it talks about vitamin E. You'll find it. And with my clients, if you're catching this and you're not sure, just take a picture of it and text it to me. Okay. Now I got one more, and this is a longer one. This gentleman's name is Gary Brecka. And everything that I've seen about Gary Brecka, let's just say 98%, he seems to be on point. And so he brought up an ingredient that I know has a connection with cyanide. And it's a synthetic version of B12. You know how many people are using B12? B12 is added to a lot of things. And some of these synthetic, ingredients, they may not cause your stomach to be upset. They may not be obviously linked to various cancers, but they're robbing your body of a lot of health properties that then puts you in a position where other parts of your health is compromised. See, I do believe that the day will come that a big part of the supplement industry is one of the main reasons why people are sick. It's like you have been bamboozled. You have been hoodwinked. And that's a fact. That's why I love test-based nutrition, because you can test and there's no guessing. But people don't know that. Right now, we're like zombies, right? We just sheep. We just follow, and it's really sad. Well, anyway, you will find, I'm gonna let this run its course because you will appreciate what he's saying, and he actually gives you an example of how quick and easy it is to go online and research things. You can do it for yourself. So this is Gary Brecka talking about or exposing the negatives of synthetic B12, which is cyanocobalamin, which you would want to get methyl cobalamin. Sorry, there's an inside joke, you guys. Anyway, I was working on my Spanish earlier, so I'm having an inside funny moment. Anyway, let's check it out. This is Gary Brecka.
About vitamin B12 may blow your mind. My name is Gary Brecka. I'm a human biologist and researcher, and I'm here to talk about vitamin B12, which is one of the most important compounds in the human body. Remember, B12 is a metal. We call it the cobalt metal. Now, when we put this metal into the human body, which is very necessary, we call it cobalamin. But there's 3 types of this cobalamin molecule that occur naturally in nature. One of them we make synthetically on our own. Believe it or not, we make this vitamin out of hydrogen cyanide and the cobalt metal. And we put this into vitamins that you are likely taking right now. Some of you are actually taking vitamins that are not only hurting your DNA and stealing vital nutrients from your cells, but they are robbing your body of vital oxygen and other light metals that are necessary for human function. I want you to look for this on the back of your vitamin labels, and if it is on the back of your vitamins, I want you to throw those vitamins in the trash. It's the only form of B12 that is not occurring naturally in nature. It is called cyanocobalamin. Cyanocobalamin. I'm sort of running out of room there. Cyano is short for cyanide. Don't believe me? A lot of people don't. So I'm taking you to the U.S. government's website at the National Library of Medicine at the National Institute of Health. You can go to this website yourself by typing in cyanocobalamin PubChem. And you will go right to this area of the site. And what you're going to see when we go here is you're going to see the vitamin cyanocobalamin. This is the only form of synthetic B12 in the world, and it's the most common form of B12. So if I want to say, well, what is cyanocobalamin made out of? I can scroll down here to section 5.3. And this is where I'll learn what this chemical compound is derived from. So I scroll to section 5.3, and I see that cyanocobalamin, here it is made up of these 3 things. The cobalt metal, which all B12 is made up of, and then it's also made of something called hydrogen cyanide. I wonder what that is. Flammable, acute toxic, environmental hazard. So wait a second, I thought you just said that was a vitamin. It's also in our children's vitamins. It's also in Centrum vitamins. It's in the majority of mass manufactured multivitamins. It's in cereals. It's in all kinds of workout supplements. And this is a hydrogen cyanide derived form of B12. After the B12, the cobalt metal is delivered to your cell, you've got a floating cyanide molecule inside your cytoplasm. What does that cyanide molecule do? It's a thief. It starts to grab oxygen and other light metals and rob the cell of vital nutrients. Imagine that you invited 2 guests over to your house. One was methylcobalamin, a natural form of B12, and another one was cyanocobalamin, the synthetic form of B12. Well, they both show up at your house, and they both give you a gift. Only on the way out, methylcobalamin takes out your trash. It actually lowers inflammation and leaves the cell by taking the trash out and actually giving you a benefit. Cyanocobalamin shows up and gives you a gift, and on the way out, steals your watches and your jewelry and robs you of the cash in your safe and steals all your silverware and then throws it in the trunk of your car and leaves with your car. It's a thief. It's a thief in the night. You invite it into the cell, and when it leaves, it takes vital nutrients that you need to perform optimally. I wonder what else they can use cyanocobalamin in besides children's vitamins. Well, one of the things that we use it in, because hydrogen cyanide is a highly toxic conjugate acid of cyanide that is used as a chemical weapon agent. That's right. We use it in chemical weapons and children's vitamins at the same time. So if you have this vitamin in your medicine cabinet, or you've got a multivitamin that contains this, you should be looking at our gene-based nutrition line. Gene-based nutrition is specifically formulated to give your genes inside your DNA the food.
All right. There you have it. The one that you want to keep a close eye on is cyanocobalamin. That is synthetic. That has a connection to cyanide. That is in a lot of people's supplements. Methylcobalamin is the one that you want. So if you go to the store, you're like, I'm gonna get a B12. Make sure you get methylcobalamin and not cyanocobalamin. The options are there. It's just that people don't know what to choose. They don't have the information on how to make the best choices. That's why I wanted to take a moment and share this with you, is because you deserve to know. And more, we're going to share things with you. You deserve to know. There's a lot of people that are exercising. They feel like they're eating right. They're buying supplements. They're wanting to be healthy, but it ain't happening. And they don't understand why. When they're spending money, they're doing everything possible. Whereas, and I'm not here to toot my own horn, but I got to be real with you. Our clients are losing weight with food. And they're knowledgeable. They're informed. They're the winner. They're their own health advocate. I'm just there as a coach, as an educator. There's a huge difference. Many people are just guessing. They're constantly guessing. They're guessing. They don't know. I mean, think about it. Okay, if you went to the store, and I've seen this happen many times. Well, someone will go to Whole Foods and they'll get into the supplement area. And while they're in the supplement area, they will see omega-3, omega-6, omega-9. Yeah, let's get all of those. They don't know that the body naturally makes omega-9. They just see the numbers. And it seems like if there's more numbers, then that must be a better oil. And the sad part is that the person working in the store will share with them exactly that. So then they get the sale. Oh, yeah, you want to get something with omega-3, a little bit of 6, some 9. And they're getting way too much omega-6. That's part of the problem. Now, if what I'm saying right now doesn't make sense, you want to stay in touch. Watch some of our past videos. Omega-3 is what they want, but then is it legit omega-3? Well, guess what? There's a way to do a test that you can do at home to know if it's legit, if it works. And I've tested in the last 6 months 7 different omega oils, supplements, tested them all. We're talking about the red blood cell test, spot test, where you're looking at the membrane. And all of them failed. And people are paying a lot of money for these supplements. My mom was paying $95 a month. And that supplement failed when we tested it. It failed. And we have a test. That's why I can endorse this product with no problem. Because I'm seeing it work. And not just through people telling me that they're sleeping better, that they're losing weight better, that they have less night sweats and less menstrual cramping. They feel like they're thinking better, like they don't have dry eye as bad. Like, okay, that's all great to hear that. But when you can do a test, you remove any bias. It's no longer anecdotal, it's factual. That's the real deal to me. Anyway. Thank you, guys. Make sure you listen to the whole thing if you missed it, because we touched on 3 ingredients that everyone must be aware of if they are serious about their health. And I believe that all people, unless they're mentally ill, I believe that most of us are serious about our health. Okay, so that's why I shared it. Anyway, I'm Robert Ferguson. I'm your coach. I'm your nutritionist. I'm a guy who shares because he cares. Until mañana. Be well. God bless.